Hi there, it's me, Joy. Welcome to another free lesson in Learn English with Joy Ledge Incorporated. It's been a while since I haven't shared any lesson with you. In our previous lesson, I shared about common mispronounced English words. This time, I'll teach you some English words that are difficult to pronounce. Are you ready? Let's start! Let's try the first word. I often hear this word as antennae, but the correct one is antennae. This is a plural word of antenna, a conductor by which electromagnetic waves are sent out or received, consisting commonly of a wire or set of wires. Here's the sample sentence. He and his friends have put up antennae on several buildings nearby. Now let's try the second word. Usually we hear this word as colonel, but the correct one is colonel, a commissioned officer of similar rank in the armed forces of some other nations. This is the sample sentence. The colonel was buried with full military honors. Now the third word. We often read this word as cupboard. Can you guess what's the correct one? It's cupboard. Now let's have the definition. Any small closet or cabinet as for clothes, food, or the like. Here's the sample sentence. This cupboard can store enough food for a month. Here's the fourth word. We often hear this word as epitome, but the correct one is epitome. Here's the definition. A person or thing that is typical of or possesses to a high degree that features of a whole class. Sample sentence. Mother Teresa is the epitome of kindness. Let's have the fifth word. Some people will say this word as Massachusetts. Can you guess the correct one? Here it is. Massachusetts. Here's the definition. A state in the northeastern United States on the Atlantic coast. Here's the sentence. After the wedding, we'll be returning to Massachusetts where we work and plan to live. Let's have the sixth word. When we see this word, we often say it as mischievous, but the correct one is mischievous. Mischievous means causing annoyance, harm, trouble. Here's the sample sentence. The mischievous student has been disobedient to his mother since childhood. We are now on the seventh word. We commonly say this word as quinoa. But you know what's the correct one? It's quinoa. Quinoa is a grain high in nutrients traditionally grown as a staple food high in the Andes. Here's the sample sentence. Grains including oats, quinoa, and wild rice lower the risk of heart disease. Oh, we're almost done. Here's the eighth word. When we read this word, we usually say it as ragaw. But you know what's the correct one? It is ragu. Ragu means is a highly seasoned stew of meat or fish with or without vegetables. Sample sentence. My mother loves to cook beef ragu with vegetables. We are now on second to the last word. Some people commonly say this word as segue or segu, but you know the correct one is segue. Segue means to make a transition from one thing to another smoothly and without interruption. Here's the sample sentence. Now is the time to segue into topics and connection of a more personal nature. Now, here's the 10th word. You know, many people commonly make a mistake when they read this word. Some will always say solder or soldier. But you know, the correct one is sather. Sather means a metal or metallic alloy is used when melted to join metallic surfaces. Here's the sample sentence. If too much solder is used, it may flow past the tube and clog the sitting area. This lesson can increase your knowledge about some English words that are difficult to pronounce. If you want to be updated with our latest free lesson, kindly hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell below. Keep on watching! See you soon!